for eating my food and power. So I said $140 because you stayed here. That's your week.
Okay.
And so anyways, he said, I need to go ahead and get my stuff. So I said, no, you're not getting your stuff from my closet. I'll hold it for collateral. And when y'all give me the $140, you can come back and get it.
Okay.
Bro, was that... Wait up. I'm confused. Hold on here.
My landlord let me park here because I have kids, but
Is that a handicap spot? Her landlord say what?
guess I'll move since y'all got here.
You ain't got to get an attitude. It's the right thing to do.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
Well, I'm just letting you know that there's people that need this more than you do. I don't know, maybe the people that can't walk?
Oh no. Did someone just say who? Who needs that spot with the blue lines? Oh, bro. Everybody know that's made specifically for people that can't walk and stuff like that, have trouble walking, you know. I forgot what type of parking spot they call that, but it's definitely not a parking spot for everybody to be in.
The people that can't walk, everybody.
You having the argument with her?
I'll give you a brief explanation. So I had to move over here. My sister, offered to let me stay, and then her words were when she told me that she would, help me get back on my feet.
What is it?
You're in the handicap spot right now.
Oh no.
And that so she said she'd help me.
Bro, if a cop sees you probably parked in a handicap spot without a handicap sticker, you could probably get a ticket or something like that, I'd imagine.
Okay, so I moved over here, and my stuff is in her closet because that's the only place I can put it. We agreed that once I got a job again, that I would get stuff started. I won't have a job until tomorrow. I just got here
So
Friday.
you're wanting to leave?
And I'm wanting to leave, but she won't let me leave because apparently I have to pay money. Well, for one, the whole deal with her is with my grandparents because that's where.
Who could hold somebody back from leaving if they gotta pay money? That don't make no kind of sense. Hold on here, that ain't something that's gonna be happening,
Where I was supposed to be going, and since she made big deals, and then I barely eat in a few days because she won't let me eat. She won't let me.
That's sad. See, that's sad. Not letting a grown man eat, bruh. Everybody should be able to eat whenever they feel like eating, bruh. Go get you something to eat. Eat something in the house, bro, that's sad not to let a grown man eat. Probably losing too much weight and everything.
Do anything I can't. I know Xbox is a stupid thing. I just have my phone, but she won't let me charge my phone half the time. I can't wash my clothes.
You'll have to go see a judge and talk to a judge and sue him for $140. There's no kind of legal authority I have to make him, hey man, you've got to do this. I have no legal authority on that, okay? This is a civil issue. So you legally cannot withhold his stuff from him.
No way. I think that car is getting up in another handicap spot, bro. I finally remember what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. But, man, and she don't have no handicap sticker on that car. Boy, she's possibly going to have a ticket on her car,
If it is his property, it is his property, regardless of the agreement you have between each other. Okay. All right. You understand? You get what I'm saying? We're gonna let him get his stuff. That's the course of action. If it's $140 really worth that much, I understand times are tough, but it's gonna cost a lot more to sit down.
No, I'll do it just to prove a point.
Okay.
And I told her tonight it was over. I'm leaving, and now she's saying I can't leave.
Bro, and then that driver still arguing with the cops while they trying to have a conversation with that dude. What?
All right, get out of the car. You are under arrest. Under arrest. Disorderly conduct.
Sorry, my kids
No,
are in the
get out.
house.
Get out. You're under arrest.
Come here,
No,
please.
turn around.
Can I come over here?
I don't understand that. I guess it's because she kept on arguing with him while they were in the middle or something.
I just got off of work.
Don't fight.
Was that what it was? Because she kept on arguing with them while they were in the middle of something going on? Is that why that she's under arrest for disorderly conduct? I'm really wondering because I'm not too sure on that topic.
83 dispatch, show me 95, one female, unrelated.
I'm scared to get my cousin.
Quit
my kids
pulling
from the
away from
house.
me.
Where they at?
Can you go get my kids, Tabby, please?
Why are you not inside with them?
Because my cousin, I just got off of work. It's a tornado watch. I want to be home with my kids. I'm scared.
Bro, if it's a tornado watch, why would you not be up inside your house with your kids? See what I'm saying? This kind of stuff, this when it starts to not make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know, what rapper that is, you know, or anything like that, but just because you sing, all right, just because you may sing for a living don't mean that you just hang out in your car all day.
Scared. I park here. I can call my landlord for you. She'll okay it. Do I not, Tabby? She's my neighbor.
What's your name, dog?
My name is Kenya. I'm just mad because he come up here messing with me. I don't know why y'all here.
Okay, we're not here for you, right? That's not the original problem.
But he came up.
Man, who parks in a handicapped spot right in front of a cop? Man, you ain't even supposed to do that if you're not in front of a cop. Most definitely, whenever you, man.
Over here and I'm just
Listen, I get it.
watching.
Listen, look at me. Look at me. All right, Kenya, look at me. Look me in my eyes when we talk, okay?
I know y'all don't like me, and
I don't know you, okay?
the rest of them do.
I don't know you from Adam. That's why I asked you
You
your
ain't
name.
like that just for being right here in the parking lot.
No, you
Yeah, how is a cop supposed to know somebody that he ain't never even seen in his whole life or even went to school with? Like, come on now, how he supposed to know that person? You know, he don't know them from Adam and Eve. Kind of like whenever he said Adam, he meant really Adam and Eve from the beginning of time, right?
You didn't listen. Would you listen to me? Look at me and just talk, okay?
Man.
Yeah, you can. Listen to me.
Let's go ahead and mitigate this while we're out here. Okay. All right. You guys watching her kids?
This ain't no family discussion here. I highly doubt that it's gonna be a family discussion going on. You know, all that does is escalate the whole problem usually.
You're her cousin?
Yes. What's she going to do? Let me call my mama.
Yes, go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, stay right there.
Get her information, write her a ticket. I got a transport on the way.
You gonna write me? Really?
I'm gonna cut your car off, and we're gonna go stand down there on that bumper,
Can my
okay?
cousin cut my car off? Cut my car off,
Yeah.
cuz.
Roll the window up.
That's what I don't understand about some people, bro. That's what I don't understand. Why would you sit there and argue with the cop over and over again while you trying to park your car into a handicapped spot, and why you doing it and everything like that? And I don't understand this. Why argue with him and escalate a situation into something that it doesn't have to be? Because if she would have just been parked in another spot, had she just been parked in another spot, you know, where she's supposed to park, where she won't get no ticket for, she would have been all right? She would have never got herself in no situation with the law enforcement like that. Bro, that's why it always makes sense not to put yourself in any type of situation like that. You get what I'm saying? Arguing back and forth with an officer about why you could park your car in a handicapped spot and your landlord let you do it and everything because you have kids and everything ain't no excuse to do it in front. Like, you ain't supposed to do that, bro. That's literally made for people that have, like, you know, disabilities or anything like that, I guess. You know what I mean?
My kids.
Come here.
That's not right. It's okay,
I'm not.
baby.
Come on,
It's
it's all
okay.
right. Come on. Walk down here. Just walk down here. Just get out of the situation. Walk down here with me, okay?
I can't go to jail. I'm gonna be there forever.
I understand. Why? You on probation?
Yes, I'm on probation.
What you on
I'm not
probation
supposed
for?
to get in no trouble.
Okay, what you on probation for?
My baby daddy said I hit him with my car, and I never did. But
Did you?
No.
So
See, and that's something right there. That's something right there. If you're already on probation for anything, you know what I mean? Like, if you're on probation for something and you go and get into more trouble where the cop has to bring you to jail and everything like that, bro, that might be something that you really do not want to deal with. You might even have to face jail time if you're on probation or anything like that, or hefty fines or anything like that. I'm not too sure about those type of situations. You know what I mean? But for people that's probably on probation, and if they get in trouble again, they probably get into even more trouble than what they would have got into if they would have just stayed on probation and handled that. You know what I mean?
You're on probation
My
for
lawyer
ag
just-
assault?
Yes, my lawyer just told me to plead guilty because him and his family lied
Sit on the
once and
bumper.
said they'll lie again.
Sit on the bumper and listen to me.
You can't keep his stuff.
No,
Okay.
he told me. I'll
Okay.
just take him to court.
Okay, that's it. But you need to let him get his things and get out of here. Okay.
I will.
Okay. All right.
Joey Bridges, I do, buddy. Try me. I'm getting $12,000.
Whoa, snap. Hold on here, Shirley Temple. Hold on here, Shirley Temple. Calm that temper down. Yelling in somebody's face in front of a law enforcement officer is never a way to go about anything in life. Because the minute that you start screaming in somebody's face, the officer has reason to back you up out there. Yeah, like you getting pretty close there. You know what I mean? Like, you know you gotta stay 6 feet back. You know, you remember COVID? 6 feet back.
Back in my taxes. And
Hang
I'll
up
give
your
you
phone.
prove a point.
Hang up your phone.
You're a piece of a dad.
Okay. Do you want to go to jail too?
No.
See that? See that? All that getting in the face stuff there, boss. She almost got it. Boss, she was just asking for it. All right? That's why you don't do those type of things. I'm telling you. You know, screaming in front of somebody's face, you know, or pushing somebody. That ain't right to do in the first place. But the minute that you do it in front of a law enforcement officer face, that's whenever you face, you know, you could possibly face consequences for something like that.
My manager told me, my
It
landlord
doesn't-
told me to
okay.
park there. I have 3 kids.
That's between you and them, okay? Listen to me.
I can call her for you.
It's okay. Listen to me. That's not the issue. You moved your car. That problem went away. The problem started when you start dropping F-bombs and everything
He
else
was
out
in
here.
there because he told me I was still in the handicap, and all I said is no, the F I'm not. I looked
Okay,
to make
that's
sure.
called disorderly conduct. Okay?
I listened to you, ma'am. What's your name?
Can you?
All you did from the time I asked you. All you did from the time that I asked you to relocate your car was just say profanities.
I thought it was a freedom of speech.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to, but when you get to the point when you're out here cussing and saying F-bombs and you're being mad because I asked you to
But
move your
I
car out
got
of
the
a
message in my phone.
Okay.
Right. Yep. You see, that person would have never been in this situation where they have handcuffs on. You know, at that moment right then and there, they would have never got into that situation had they just moved their car when the officer asked them to move their car. You know, if they'd have just did that, everything would have been all right, right? But instead of moving your car to the right parking spot where you could park where the cop ain't gotta give you a ticket and everything like that, you decide to move your car back into another handicap spot and then still scream at the officers while they trying to handle some other business going on, and then scream over and over again and drop the F-bombs and everything like that. You know, that's disorderly conduct, right? I mean, they got people trying to sleep probably over there and stuff like that, you know, and hear somebody screaming outside and everything like that. So, but, I mean, to argue about a parking spot, I mean, that's kind of silly, because if you look back there, you can see all kind of parking spots open. Even in between them two cars right there, they got a parking spot open for. And what that was like 3 parking spots away. So it's like 10 extra steps. How crazy is that? Just 10 extra steps she kept on arguing over. And then, as you've seen, you know, arguing with the police and getting disorderly conduct and all that kind of stuff, got her into trouble. That's why you never want to do those type of things.
Show you where my landlord told me to park there. I'm the only one in that building with 3 kids.
So he told her to move her car out of the handicap spot, and she starts cussing up a storm. That's illegal. If we can kind of work things out here, she might not go to jail. She just calm down and learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to take you to jail either, but guess what? This is where we're at, all because you would not hush your mouth.
Can you please just give me a second chance? My kids don't need to see this.
No, there's no second chance.
Please.
You got her ID?
I'll do whatever for you. If I go to jail, I won't get out. Please.
So-
Please. If I go to jail, I won't get out. Please, can you spare me one time?
What's your last name, Kenya?
Oh my God.
Kenya, what's your last name?
Please, can you not take me? Please, I'm begging you. I will kiss your foot, please.
Man, it's definitely something sad to see though. You know, you never want to see anybody go through that type of situation, you know, because it makes you sad to think that an individual has to go through that knowing everything else that an individual already has to deal with in their own life, you know? Like, but at the same time, you got to be able to make wise choices and wise decisions whenever you're in the middle of any type of situation that you're in. And if you make wise choices and wise decisions and like good choices and everything instead of bad choices and bad decisions, you're gonna be fine in life, right? And you're gonna go through life without having to face any consequences because you didn't do anything to get into any trouble for any consequences.
No, stand up.
Please, can you help me up, man? I'm not going to act up no more, okay?
Where's your ID at? Is it in your car?
No, I don't have one right now. Please, my kids need me. I got off just to get, so I wouldn't be in the tornado watch. I'm scared. My baby's...
Tornado, yeah, don't worry. That's over. But
This
that's
has
all
taught
you
me a
did.
lesson. I
That's all
won't
you
talk
did.
to law enforcement like that
5
again, I
minutes.
promise.
5 minutes.
I serve people on Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving Eve. I've been just working. I haven't been to jail in 2 years. Can you please not let this be the day? Please, can you not let this be the day? Please, can you just let God touch your heart to bless me this one
Ma'am,
time?
I'm a saved man, and Jesus is with me everywhere I go.
I know he is, but I'm saying, please, can he please just spare me this one time?
It's sad to see, bro. It's definitely sad to see this, you know. But at the same time, all she had to do was move to another parking spot. That's it, man. Them cops were dealing with a whole nother situation. They wasn't even worried about her at first. I guess he noticed maybe she was in a handicapped parking spot and might have kind of told her to get out of there, you know, and like looked at her like, you know, what you doing right now? But man, I don't understand this one. This ain't making no kind of sense yet. Because you know, to cry after you done argued and everything. It just don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you think about the consequences before you do an action like that? You go and parking into a handicapped parking spot while you cussing at the police. Don't you think that could get you into some type of trouble? Like, why would you just not park in the other parking spot where you can't get in no trouble, where they're asking you to park anywhere else, literally?
I'm scared. I can't
Why are you
breathe.
scared?
Because somebody just died in the jail. I don't want to go there. It's all over Facebook.
Listen, are you on drugs?
No,
Then your chances of dying in that jail are slim to none.
I shouldn't have cussed at y'all. I'm sorry, but it's a lot of hate towards the cops because none of y'all like me.
I don't know you. And the problem's not you cussing at us, it's cussing in front of kids.
What kids was out there? There was none.
There were kids standing right there.
No, there wasn't, sir.
Yes, there was.
Well, I apologize because I didn't see them.
That's
I
the
just
issue.
seen the lady downstairs can tell y'all that, oh my God.
Here, hang tight right here.
Why didn't nobody?
Yeah, you never want to do no cussing in front of no kids because they might pick up on that and start using that kind of language throughout their life and thinking it's alright. You know what I mean? They see somebody grown doing it, they might just do the same. And that's why you don't want to do anything like that, because you don't want kids to pick up on bad habits that adults may have, you know? You always want kids to pick up on good habits that adults have. Not no bad habits like smoking or cussing or anything like that. You know, you never want a kid to pick up on anything like that. You want a kid to think that is not normal to do, you know?
I didn't record this. I didn't do nothing. Oh my God. I know y'all don't like me. I know y'all don't like my family. I know y'all don't like my mama.
Listen, I have nothing personal against you. Nothing.
Oh, here we go with I know that y'all don't like us. I know that y'all don't like our kind. Like, bro, what? That don't have nothing to do with anything in this whole video. That literally don't have nothing to do. I think you would have left her alone if she was parked in a regular parking spot, right? Can everybody agree on that? If she was parked in a regular parking spot, or if she would have just went park in a regular parking spot, he would have just left her alone, right? She wouldn't have been facing nothing. But because she kept on arguing and parked in a handicapped spot again and was saying the F-bombs like crazy, that's whenever they got her for disorderly conduct, right? Can we all agree on that? Because that's what we've seen so far.
I'm sorry, sir. I just want to be with my kids. That's it.
I want to be with mine too.
I'm sorry.
Come here. Here, you got anything in your pocket? Stop. Stand up.
I'll tell you what happened. So we're sitting here investigating. I watch her pull up in her car in a marked handicap parking space. All right. The parties that we're investigating for the 1016 are separated, and one of them was over there in the breezeway. So as I'm walking to go talk to her or to go talk to him, I walk by, check, make sure she's not got a handicapped car because she's in a clearly marked handicap spot. I say, hey, can you move your car? Well, she gets lippy. I get lippy back for a second. And she's like, I got permission to be here. I was like, and so I tell her, you need to move because there's probably more people that need this more than you do.
That's all I said. The minute.
Oh, it's sad. So she just got herself into trouble, right? And that's something that everybody should know about watching this video, that you could get yourself into trouble by causing something like that. You get what I'm saying? If you keep on parking in front of a handicap spot while an officer told you to get out and everything, you get a ticket. And then if you continue to act out, you might even get arrested for something like that. But man, it's sad to see anybody have to go through that though.
Come over here. Look, come on.
It's her cussing. Now we're just her because we're the police and blah blah blah. And she finally says too many times, and I arrest her. Disorderly conduct.
Yep. Some people they go from cussing up a storm at somebody to saying sorry and everything afterwards. Instead of thinking in the beginning how sorry they're gonna be afterwards, they don't think about that kind of stuff in the beginning. Instead they want to just cuss them out in the beginning without thinking about any consequences of their actions, of the way that they are talking to somebody. And afterwards they always like to say sorry and everything like that, and it never really helps, right? Because the damage is already done. What they already said, it was already heard.
I'm writing her citations right now.
Okay, it's a crime. Get in the car.
It's a crime.
Yeah, baby. Slide in.
You take this hat off my head. Why you trying to be so aggressive?
I'm not trying to be aggressive. I'm trying to keep you from getting hit,
am I gonna be able to get out of jail?
I don't know yet. Slide in.
How do y'all not know?
Slide in. There you go.
How do y'all not know?
Who's her aunt? Okay. Listen, here's the deal.
Okay.
It is illegal to be out here shouting the F-bomb, cussing in front of everybody, especially children. Okay? Right now, she's lucky it's just disorderly conduct, not cruelty to children in third.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's just a ticket.
Okay.
But it's an arrestable ticket, okay?
Okay.
That's what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, they'll figure everything out at the jail.
Oh, bro, that's just really crazy. It's a arrestable ticket. I never heard of that before. I guess that's a thing. That's probably a thing. That I'm just not sure of. I ain't no lawyer. I ain't no cop or nothing.
Okay.
But she can't be out here doing that stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, I got a job to do.
Yeah.
And she's saying that we don't like her. I don't know her.
Yeah.
I got a job to do. Okay.
Right.
Can you let the aunt know it's $206 on her out?
Hey, can I say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope the good Lord bless you for just doing this for no reason. I really hope he do. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'm gonna pray for you.